Hello, you silly geese. It is I, Lily. Today, I have gathered up 15 ultimatums over here and 10 Trial Master entries. Now, you might be doing 15, but 10, there's 5 remaining. Yeah, we used the 5 keys that I've got here. I've balanced them across all of the different keys to get 5 more Trial Master keys. So we will be doing 15 ultimatums and 15 Trial Master fights. Basically, the idea of this is that I'm going to be testing if it is silly to run ultimatum for profit. 15 ultimatums should be a pretty good sample size. Getting a bigger sample size than that would just take way more time than I have available to me. So we're going to be running 15 ultimatums and 15 Trial Master fights, and at the end of it, finding out if this is actually profitable or if I've been wasting the last few days of my farming, because I've been farming this for most of a week. Altogether, the 10 keys of each type cost 1 divine, so that's 3 divines total in terms of investment in keys, and then we've also invested 5 exalts of each type of ultimatum trial, making for a total of 15 exalts of investment in the ultimatums themselves. They go for 1 EX each. I just wanted to get 5 of each type to make things nice and neat. I have got 4 stash tabs here, and I've turned all of my tab affinities off, and we will be finding out if ultimatum is silly, and if it isn't, well, then we'll be rolling in the dough, and this will be a great YouTube video. Do be aware, if this does go well, ultimatum prices will probably go up, and so will key prices. But for now, 1 divine nets you 10 keys, and 5 exalts nets you 5 trials. Let's see how it goes. Q highlights. I also actually want to go to Filter Blade, and I want to upgrade my filter by a tier because I've been picking up a lot of rares while running Ultimatum, but it's felt like too many of them aren't worth anything, so I would like to only be finding better bases. So I'm going to pop up my loot filter to Uber Strict, just because I only have 4 stash tabs for this, and I don't want to completely fill them up with random rares. Yes, one session of farming about 5 of these has filled up a quad tab before in rare items, so I don't really want to do that. I mean, that's dog shit. I shouldn't even be looking. I don't even look at the rewards because we are mostly doing this. I think most of the profit's gonna come from boss drops. That's my theory. Soul calls are good, reliable income, but I reckon we'll get at least 1 adorned, and that's 10 divines right there. I think that's gonna be most of our profit. This is my favorite room by like a long fucking shot. I need to drink some water. Shame on you for not redeeming hydrates, chat. You all just want me to fucking die from dehydration. I'm on the hydrate. I'm on the hydrate. I'm on the hydrate. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm on the hydrate. I did this to myself. I'm on the hydrate. Oh. Okay. Okay. I've done all. We have 117,000. Okay. We are dealing with Big Bird of Bloody. Big, disgusting, creepy. They really fucking, like, nailed making this specific monster look corrupted as fuck. Like, what is this? This guy's so fucking ugly. A face not even a mother could love. This is straight out of a horror game. Like, a lot of the creepy monsters are like, yeah, that's generic ARPG creepy monster, whatever. This motherfucker belongs in Resident Evil or something like that. You love him? That's fair enough. A face only a moo could love. Wait, what does that say about me? 20 minutes for our first ultimatum, but we still have to run the boss. Hog. Okay, so including Trial Master, we're looking at just over 21 minutes for the first run. I would say 20 minutes a run feels like a reasonable speed to expect. Let's see what we get. Adorned, maybe? Ooh, Blue Ultimatum. Okay, then we relog. Because this is the fastest way to get out of here. I should have explained when I dropped the Blue Ultimatum what it is. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna explain now. I need an odd curse of knowledge while making videos like this. So when you kill the Trial Master, he has a chance to drop a blue corrupted ultimatum. Corrupted blue ultimatums will have modifiers on them that make them a little bit more dangerous, but also allows you to sacrifice a certain amount of various currencies to receive that amount of currency back on top of what you sacrificed originally. So the one I'm running right now, let me sacrifice 20 exalted orbs with I'll get 40 exalted orbs when I complete this. To make up for that, to make it a little bit more difficult, to make it not just free, monsters have 17% of damage as extra fire damage in here. So it's a little bit more deadly, and also those can only drop from the Trial Master. 20 Exalted Orbs is a decent one. There are terrible ones. I got a 20 Arcanist Etcher one the other day that kind of just is not even worth running. But the best case scenario is you can get 3 Divines. Which is quite nice, but also quite rare. Seems like these take like 20-25 minutes on average. Nice, I did see a Chaos Resistance Soul Core earlier. That's the second. 2 ultimatums, 2 tings. Let's fucking go. 4 stacks. Can I get 5 stacks? 5 stacks. Can I get a 6 stack? Yes. Let's get a 7 stack going. That's 7 stack. Let's go for an 8 stack. No, we are going to wipe the stacks, but these attacks are blockable, leading to a 5 stack, 6 stacks on the Trial Master. Now, can we get a 7 stack? There is a 7 stack. Can we get an 8 stack as the Trial Master goes ranged? 8 stacks, 9 stacks, 10 stacks. That is the maximum number of stacks as the Trial Master is about to fall over dead.
My service is finally over.
That's definitely going in the video. Especially if we get into Dawn now. It's double going in the video if we get into Dawn now.
My service continues.
No, but we did get an inscribed ultimatum. I've decided since the last one that I'm going to save these and I'm just going to consider them money. Because they sell for they do sell. I sold a 5 greater exalt one for just shy of 5 greater exalts. So I'm gonna just put this all in boss drops, and that will get ID'd later as we go next ultimatum. There we go. And now I can probably actually just sprint to the end. Cool. GG. Easy. Let's go upstairs. These platforms are a little bit annoying at the end because if you get on them even like a millisecond too soon, then you have to step off and step back on, and it's so easy to step on too soon, and that just wastes like 2 or 3 seconds. It's not a big amount of time, but it's a frustrating thing.
Their skin grows stiff and resilient.
I need to be really careful not to trade though. What the fuck just dropped? That's not a headhunter, right? That's a white belt, right? That's a white belt, not a headhunter, right? I can't hover over it because I can't stop casting Enfeeble. Okay, yeah, it's a white belt. It's a white. How much are those right now? That's 35 exalts? Fuck yes. And there's a price of a lot of soul cores are around that price. But still, getting a heavy belt as a chancing base is fun. I do feel like currencies could be cleaned up a little bit.
Your downfall.
Oh, that was all the loot? I was expecting like another loot explosion because that was so little loot. That was the 10th boss and all it dropped was a fucking chaos. What the heck? Anything? Anything? No, but 2 bones. Can any adorns in the chat? Ooh. That's a ting now? Really? That was not a ting the last time I dropped one. Have people suddenly been like, oh wait, this is actually good or something? 1-1? Really? Okay. Well, that's a divine then. That's a divine from boss. Would be interesting to get like an item like Blood Barrier, but for poison instead of bleed. I think that would be really fascinating. Or if there's just a way to turn your bleed into poison, like to make those things into... Another one! That's a second heavy belt. What the fuck? Do I have any rarity? 14% on my ring. Yeah, just 14% on one ring. Which I guess is 25% more, 27% more from Ingenuity, and 25% more from Ritualist.
If you can.
That's what, 50% more? So 14 plus 21% rarity? But, I mean, yeah, that would apply to that, but like to general Ultimatum rewards, rarity doesn't apply as far as I know. That's why I haven't really bothered with rarity at all on this character. This round plus volatiles is just a lot of volatiles is the problem. So I need to, like, every now and then I need to just dodge. I need to stay away from the volatiles. Look at all those fucking red circles. Jesus, I should not have picked volatiles. Fuck me. Anythings? Ooh, Takati. That's our fourth soul call of Takati. That's our fourth one. Oh, escort the statue. This is my favorite one. I wish it could just all be escort the statue. That would be so pog if every round was just escort the statue. Petrification statues can be fine and can be annoying. Same goes for rare modifiers. I actually don't know which is worse. Rare monster modifiers is more loot. That is something to consider that I haven't thought of before. Is giving rare monsters more modifiers is more loot. Nice, another Takati. That's 5 for 5 on Takatis is amazing. It makes sense thematically, but I think GGG has like made it so that Ultimatum drops more Val Orbs than other mechanics. Cause like I was like running out of Val Orbs when I was mapping and corrupting uniques and like decent rares and whatever. And now that I'm doing Ultimatum, I'm still getting uniques and like even more corruptible uniques because of the hat. Like the hat soaks up like 3 Val Orbs usually before it bricks. But I'm constantly sustaining Val Orbs. And I feel like Ultimatum just drops more Val Orbs than other mechanics. I can't prove it, but I have a theory that Val Orbs are weighted to drop more in this. Anyway, let's see what we got. Ooh! Oh, that's like 3 div right there. Those are the big money drops. What I hate about this one is that it takes the same amount of time, no matter how good or bad I am. It's just always gonna take a minute and a half. Like it's the least skill expressive trial. Not that the other trials are particularly skill expressive, but this one is literally just stand here for a minute. Like I can't really refine my strategy a whole lot to become more efficient at standing still for a minute and a half. What about standing over there instead? What you mean, like over here? Yeah, I could try standing over here. That's a good shout. It's a good shout. I think that might optimize our time by 1 microsecond, you know? I could believe in that sort of optimization. Should get another thing here. I'm pretty sure I saw a Takata. Yep, there it is. So-called of Takati. Are you shitting me? Is that the last one? Yeah, that's the last dude.
A few moments later.
Do I have any ranged attack? Okay, well I guess if you're gonna be farming Ultimatum, make sure you have a ranged attack on your weapon slot so that you can do that. Thanks, Takati. Takati, yay! Tinkati. I gotta start calling it Tinkati. That's a funny name for it.
Ego.
What?
Of aptitude.
How did I die? I was fine and then I was just dead. Fuck! Okay. Pause the timer. Pause my brain. I'm gonna say that counts. I'm gonna grab another exalt out of my main stash tab, and that's gonna count the fact that I have failed a cowardly trial, so I need a cowardly trial. There we go. We do one extra trial, acknowledging that I have failed one. Fuck! Having asthma as a child was fucking terrifying. When I say having asthma, like, I don't mean like oh, you run and it hurts a little bit and really difficult asthma. Like, that's valid. People, oh, Hateforge, fuck yes. Don't be proud of conquering the world. That's crit. Ooh, that's a few divines. That's like 3 divines right there. Let's fucking go. It's the second one of those, I think. Second Hateforge in a row. Let's fucking go. Well, well, well. What do we have here?
Keep it up.
Impending Doom 2.
Lives when and where it pleases.
I like that the wells that you identify when it's a boss. It's a good thing that GGG put that there, because like it helps to like create a sense of pacing and progression, I think. I don't know how to explain this, but the Trial Master in Path of Exile is like Bob in Hearthstone. I feel like they're like the same entity, actually.
May your next
Huh?
attempt prove more fruitful.
Chat, I died. How did I die, chat? Yeah, bosses do extra damage. It's actually free. I should have been taking that one more often for sure. Anything good? 2 Takatis. Let's fucking go. Let's do our last fucking key. It's the last one. It's the last key, chat. I am so excited to be done with this and to find out if it made us good money. It was definitely profitable. We've made well over 3 divines. But the question is, was it worth the 5.5 hours? That's the question that needs to be answered. And this is the final trial, so we will finally be able to answer the fucking question.
Challenge.
Okay, what do we got? Grasping Vines? Ooh, 2 divines, chat!
To continue.
That's 2 divines, chat!
In a sea of vine.
That's just 2 raw divines right there. That's the first time we've seen raw divines. It's so amazing that the last one is when we get 2 raw divines. Look at that. Look at that. That's so beautiful. That is so beautiful. 2 raw divines. Let's run our last Trial Master. I think this is gonna, like, in that same serendipity, this is gonna be the Trial Master where we get an Adorned.
My service is
Adorned?
over.
Adorned? Adorned?
And my
don't?
service continues.
Adorned? No way! It happened! Let's fucking go! Okay, 5 hours times 60 minutes is 300 plus 25, and let's say plus 15. It took us 340 minutes to run 15 ultimatums. Let's just say 23 minutes per ultimatum. Also, some builds might be slower, some builds might be faster. We're gonna say it took us 23 minutes per ultimatum. Now that we have that down, we can start calculating the actual profits that we made. So first up, we have our investment. We invested 3 divines into the Trial Master and 17 divines into the regular ultimatums. Now I'm gonna corrupt these glimpses of chaos, and we're gonna price what we get out of it. And we'll find out if it's worth corrupting them. I'm gonna need like all of these vials. Let's grab all the vials. Okay, that immediately bricked. We're going until it bricks. Okay, that's the first time I've had that happen. We go until brick. Cool. Okay, so I think we're gonna say I'm gonna salvage these glimpses of chaos for the artificer shards, because that's the best value we can get out of it. I don't think that these are worth anything, no matter how good they are. I've been rate limited. I don't think good corrupts make these worth anything either. 2 EX. These are chance shards. We have 2 hate forges. I think that's a reasonable amount to get. Gonna go standard currency only. 1 divine or 100 EX. I saw this one up for 100 EX.
Seems like a good deal.
And this one is a -10 rage. Is 1 to 2 divines. I'm gonna throw it up for 2 divines. 2 divine orbs. So hate forge, this was supposed to be 100 exalts, not 100 divine orbs, Lamau. Unidentified adorns, people buy them to gamble. Now, I can't tell for sure what this is gonna slow sell at, because there's nothing here that's been listed for a long time. I'm gonna say the 50 divine one is probably too high. Pirate's Gold Ring of Magma. I mean, maybe. Let's have a look. Okay, this is worth something. This ring is worth something. This is our first valuable rare. 6 EX as a rare item. How about as a magic item? Oh fuck! What? This might be a good base. ICJ heard of Mana Stacker with 1,000 max mana. I mean, that might be like low budget. Okay, no, 890. What? I need context. Okay, this is like a potentially really good base. We're gonna throw this up for 2 divines. Actually gonna sell them first. We got 10 soul cores of Takati. I should be able to get divines for that many. Yeah. 2 divines. 10 is 2 divines right now. Fast trade. I could maybe get three divines. Let's say 2 divines for 9. And then I'll slow sell, I'll exalt sell the last one. For, let's say 52 exalts. I want it to sell quickly. Soul Core of Jiquani. These are massive money. These are 3 divines each fast sell. I can get 7 divines for 2 of these, I think. That's big money right there. We're calculating our boss drop profit right now. 245, 245, liquidated, plus 13, plus 29, equals 287. That person didn't buy our Hate Forge, but they looked at it. I'm not going to count these, because I don't know that they're actually going to sell. This Hate Forge, 400 EX, I think will sell. This Hate Forge for 2 divines, we've already seen interest in. This Adorned, 20 divines. I'm gonna count it at 20. It will slow sell at 20. It's just gonna take time. And then these, let's just count the 120 EX. Like, it's a bit random what you get from blue ultimatums, and the 9 chaos orbs, like, they're probably gonna sell. There's probably another 90 EX. But let's just say 120 EX in blue ultimatums, and I'm not gonna count the 8 divine ring. This is a lucky drop. We are not farming magic bases. I just happen to get a magic base. So from our trial master, let's subtract our 3 divine investment, and let's see 19 divines from exalts. The current ratio is 286. I know that sold quickly. So let's get a third calculator open here. We're going to say 19 times 286 is 5,000 exalts plus 507. Calculated that the trial master loot was worth a total of 5,941 EX. which works out to 262 EX per hour, or just shy of a divine per hour, assuming that in 15 ultimatums you will drop an Adorned. I don't know what the drop rate is on Adorned. I think 1 in 15 is reasonable. It's the second Adorned I've dropped farming this. I probably did about 20 ultimatums before I did the 15 test run. Maybe more, maybe less. I don't know what the drop rate is. I don't know what the drop rate is of an Adorned, but you are reasonably gonna drop 1 or 2 if you do a reasonable amount of ultimatum. If you don't drop an Adorned, well, this is technically profitable. At 0.03 divines per hour, I think I would recommend just selling your keys if you don't think you're gonna get an Adorned. However, as they say, every gambler quits just before they hit it big. Because I dropped an Adorned, I made 1 div per hour in Trowel Master loot. Now, let's calculate our normal ultimatum loot. We have 198 EX and 7 divines. In Angie exchange here, we have another 7 divines. These will sell. I'm confident about that. And then over here, I'm also confident also we have 18 EX in a Spirit Amulet, and another 18 EX in a Spirit Amulet, and 5 EX in a white map. And then we do have this 2 divine amulet. I think it is reasonable to expect to get a magic base in all of your running. In 15 ultimatums, getting a decent magic base I think is a likely thing to happen, but we're not farming magic bases, so I'm not going to include that in the maths. 14 divines times 286 being the current going rate of divines to exalts is 4004 EX. So we're going to add on here 4004 EX is 0.65 div per hour. Is actually quite bad. So running the ultimatums themselves was extremely little profit. All in all, we made 1.57 divines per hour. I was expecting somewhere between 2 and 5, with 2 being the low end, 5 being the high end. We've made a lot less than I expected. However, for some builds, farming ultimatum might be the easiest thing you can do. It might be the fastest thing you can do, depending on your build. I can say for my build, I was doing ultimatum primarily for XP with the currency as the secondary. It's not the best XP, but if your build is not a mapping build, if you're trying to level a bossing character, this might be your best way to level. But would I recommend this? Not really. I'd say that at 1.5 div per hour, this is a little bit silly. You're probably better off mapping, or if you can, you could farm Trials of the Sycamore. There are probably a lot of better options that can make you more than 1.57 divines per hour. So there's a lot of better strategies out there than Ultimatum. But, I mean, if you like Ultimatum, there you go. You can tell your friends you're making 1.57 div per hour. One thing I will note is that, because we dropped an Adorned, but you will eventually drop an Adorned, the Trial Master is more profitable than the Trials. So I would say that you should consider this a Trial Master boss farm with the Ultimatum loot as a bonus on top of that, and it takes you 23 minutes per boss kill. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't recommend this. I thought I would be proving that I had a super profitable strategy. In reality, I spent way too much time on way too little money. There are better strategies to make money. Go find them. Ultimatum is silly. If you're on YouTube and not in my Twitch chat right now, thank you very much for watching. If you're not in my Twitch chat right now, why the fuck not? Come join me, twitch.tv/sillyasLily. I will be having plenty more content testing the economy and Thorns builds, so come hang out. Thank you for watching. And to YouTube, goodbye. To Twitch, hi. We're done testing, finally.